COVID-19 is causing some serious problems for income, for work, for development, for artists, for YouTubers, for musicians, for songwriters, for self-employed people in general. So in this video we're going to deep dive into the things that you can get that may support you in your future career, in your current goals as a musician, an artist, or some kind of self-employed person within the music industry. Hello, I'm Alan Spicer, and this is another tutorial from Open Mic UK for artist development. Now, it's completely unavoidable. Unless you've been living under a rock for the first 3-4 months of 2020, then you know what's going on. Many people are now being confined indoors, and if you make your living by making gigs or performing or writing content or doing weddings or anything like that, then these events have now all dried up, and this could cause you some financial hardship. Not to mention that this might be the thing that keeps you sane, might keep you ticking over on the side of your job. This might be your side hustle that gives you that get up and go, and you're kind of struggling with that at the moment. So you want some kind of way to either lift your soul or protect your bank account so you can pay your rent. Don't worry, we've got a few tips that might help you. And for people that don't quite understand it just yet, music festivals, gigs, bars, restaurants, busking, all things that singers and performers just can't do right now. And this has a direct impact on the living that some people make from this industry. Now, some people, to get their release, their fix, their mental health, their release that they need, are stepping out onto the balconies and singing in the streets and performing to the people around them. I have a couple of friends myself which are performing on Facebook and on Instagram, pure and simply just to get their creative juices flowing, to just scratch that itch that they always do at the end of a week, or just to get their creative niche and love and all of that passion that they have to get from this. After all, as I said, maybe you have a mind-numbing, crushing, boring 9-to-5 job that you can still do at home with some kind of remote working, but you still needed that release, you still needed that freedom to create something, make something special. But beyond hopping online and maybe getting some super chats from YouTube or getting some kind of donations via PayPal links, there are other financial means that can help you and support you in these very tough times. So how can singers get support during COVID-19? Now, if you make your living out of the music industry, if you make your living out of being a performer, then you are self-employed. This involves going out for gigs, but those gigs now may be cancelled. Your venues may be shut. So alongside applying for self-employment and those kind of benefits, which we'll touch upon in a little bit, there's also other schemes out there, including the Help Musicians Coronavirus Financial Hardship Fund. Help Musicians have set up the Help Musicians Coronavirus Financial Fund, offering £5 million in aid to help reduce the worry that any musicians may be having during this time. So, who's eligible? Well, the self-employed or the unemployed, professional musicians that are UK residents who are in need of financial assistance. Professional musicians can apply up to a grant of £500. They can only accept one application per professional, but it's to help towards your household finances. There will be a link in the description down below for how you can apply. In fact, there'll be many links for many of these funds in the description. Art Council England financial support. Now, the Art Council England is making £20 million available to support artists, creative practitioners and freelancers. You can apply for grants up to £2,500 if you have a track record in publicly funded culture. So who would be applicable for this? Well, anyone that makes music, that does dance, theatre, visual arts, literature, combined arts or museum practices. Basically a way to support the art industry, the things that just make everything a bit brighter in your world. Once again, there's a link in the description down below. PRS Emergency Relief Fund. Now, the Performing Rights Society has created a relief fund with money available to PRS members across the globe. They'll be offering up to £1,000 per member, depending on your needs. Now, if you've been watching these videos for a while, you'll have heard PRS before. They are the people that help collect royalties on your behalf when you have music. Now, if you want to understand royalties a little bit more, there'll be a video in the cards up here and in the description down below. But basically what PRS do is you create content, you register the copyright, and they hunt out in the UK the royalties that you deserve. So the way their fund works is it's kind of leaning on that membership. You need to have been a writer with the PRS for 2 years, have earned at least £500 in royalties within the last 2 years, and suffering from genuine financial hardship related to the coronavirus. I mean, if you're a musician or anything like this could be quite clear. If you've had gigs or venues cancelled, if you can't perform in certain areas that you normally would, there's directly comparable, well, I lost this because of that, then there's a clear sign there that you could apply. The Musicians Union also has a hardship fund. They've set up a £1 million hardship fund that will help work with partners and help work with people in the industry for people with genuine and pressing needs. You need to be a continuous member of the MU for about 12 months. You have to have been paying full MU membership. You have to be within the UK, suffering genuine, noticeable hardship, and not already received any form of payment from this fund previously. And if you're successful, they'll aim to send you £200 via bank transfer within the first 5 days. Now, Mass Records is a non-profit organisation. It's there for music development, trying to bring more and more people into the industry. Founded by ex-Joy member Kevin Gammond, with Ricky Wilson and Robert Plant, Carl Hyde, all behind the programme. They're working in association with other local authorities that work for education in artist development, and they're offering government funding. Should you need additional funds for recording with partners, weekly practice time, business arrangements, promotion and marketing, guidance with touring, live demo recording, exposure within the UK market, and industry showcase gigs. Now, there are other ways that you can support artists during this time. Now, we all want to help fellow musicians. We all want to help fellow writers and creators and artists, people that we love. And they may be struggling, they may be independent, but you may be sat at home and you can't write something for them. But what you can do is these little nuggets. Buy their music, don't stream it. Now, streaming continues to add numbers. Now, if you don't have money in your pocket, by all means, don't take food out of your own face and out of your children's plates and pockets, right? So if you can stream, fine. If that's your only option, fine. But buying it will actually give them a more direct slice of the pie. Streaming, you have to hit certain caps, then you get a small amount of royalties. Buying something direct from them actually gives them much more of a percentage, especially if they're independent. Imagine if they've printed their own CDs or have their own website and you download it from their website for $10 or 10 quid, and they'll get a vast chunks of that. Whereas if you stream it or if you buy it from some form of record label, then you're never entirely sure what they'll get. Purchase their merchandise, not just their music. Why not their t-shirts? Why not their posters? Why not their downloads? Why don't you support them on specific accounts? Purchasing merchandise directly. Like, I know myself that I've got a t-shirt there, for example. If you was to purchase that from me, I get a larger chunk than if you was to just binge watch our videos over and over and over again. Don't ask for refunds for events. Now, I know this is hard. Like, if this is going to take food out of your children's faces, then fine, we understand this. But demanding refunds for something that's maybe been rescheduled directly hurts that independent performer. Most performers right now are likely to postpone or reschedule. So if you just keep hold of your ticket, you can still go and see them in 3, 6, 12 months time, and then there's less logistics, less money out of their pockets to try and create content or try to rearrange things. And of course, if you've got no money at all, you can still send them a nice supportive message on social media. Let them know that you're thinking about them. Let them know how they've helped you in some way. Social interaction right now seems to be a very powerful thing. So a very kind message of support could be the thing that they need right now to lift their spirits, to create that piece of wondustry that you'll hear in 3 to 6 months' time. Now remember, all the links for any of these are in the description down below. And if you need more help in developing your skills as an artist, there's a playlist here, or maybe you need some dietary tips on what you should eat. There's a video here. Remember to subscribe for regular videos on artist development. Hit that little notification icon so you don't miss any videos when we upload them. And I'll see you soon.